Some stories don't start in back alleys, abandoned houses, or midnight corners. Sometimes they begin in daylight, in a place built for safety, in front of a school, while parents are dropping off their children. On the morning of September 8th, 2025, one mother walked her child to school in Chicago's South Loop and never came home. The events of that morning would spark outrage, confusion, and a silent fear that still lingers months later, because nothing about what happened should have been possible, and the truth behind it is darker than anyone expected.
She's the one who shot her. She's the one who shot her. She order, but she shot her. Oh my! Baby in the car, how you feel? She was dropped her. Get up. You scared as hell, right? Scared as hell. That is not self-defense. He was trying to stop her in the car, bro. You're throwing her in the car, bro. What are you talking about? You had her in a headlock. And then you shot her, Brody. I was there. I'll write a statement, Brody. Don't worry about it.
Arrested. There's a gun on the street.
Yeah, Terrell and Tanya, still really heavy police presence here near Romeca and State. You can see that police have taped off a portion of the area. Right now, detectives are surrounding a white sedan that appears to be connected to this incident. Chicago police saying that early this morning, around 9:30, there was a fight between two women. That scene unfolding here near State and Romeca. One of the women allegedly pulled out a gun and shot the other woman in the face. The 31-year-old victim was taken to the hospital and later died. Now, the suspect has been taken into custody, and Chicago police say this is still a very ongoing investigation. So once again, this taking place here near Romeca and State, still very active as we speak, and we'll get you more information as soon as we get that.
31-year-old Romeca Meeks Blackmon, loving mother, caretaker in the heart of her family, started her day like any other. She parked near State Street in Romeca, walked her young son toward school doors, and then turned back toward her car. Witnesses say nothing seemed unusual. No shouting, no warning, no hint that she was seconds away from being caught in something she never could escape. But just beyond the school gates, another woman was waiting, 31-year-old Quadajah Holly Johnson. The two women shared history, a tense, tangled history that revolved around one man, a man who, according to online claims, was right there in the chaos that unfolded. What began as words became a fight. What became a fight turned into something far more terrifying.
In broad daylight, under investigation tonight.
WGN's Courtney Spinelli has been speaking with people who know the victim, and she has more.
The deadly shooting happened this morning right here along Romeca near State after loved ones of the victim say she had just dropped her son at school. Sources close to the investigation say a woman is in custody after allegedly pulling the trigger.
A close friend of the 31-year-old woman killed says she was an outstanding mom who always showed up for her son. She says the victim, who authorities have not yet identified by name, was one of the purest souls in the life of their friend group. She was in school working to become a nurse. It was just after 9 this morning near the National Teachers Elementary Academy when police say some sort of a fight unfolded, the suspect pulling out a gun and shooting the victim in the face. She was rushed to Stroger Hospital but did not make it. Hours later, medical supplies and crime scene tape litter the ground where this happened. A woman we spoke with arrived to work shortly before the shooting and says as a mom herself, she's devastated by what happened.
What do you tell a kid when you just drop me off? How do you just say she's not here anymore? How do you explain it? It's so sad you can't even just think straight. I can't even get my words out just thinking about it bad happening right here by us.
Family and friends of the woman killed now searching for answers and justice after her life was cut short. Investigators say this wasn't random. The victim and suspect were known to each other.
As of right now, no charges have been filed in the case, and sources close to the investigation say Area 3 detectives are working to sort through what happened here. In the meantime, they're asking anybody who may have witnessed this or has information to come forward.
To this day, No witness can fully agree on how it started. Whether someone stepped forward or someone refused to step back. All anyone knows for certain is that in moments, the argument exploded into violence. Some online accounts claim the man they both shared, a man known on the internet as rackboyloso, became involved. Claims that he held Romeca in a headlock. Claims that he physically restrained her during the struggle. And then, the part no one can forget, a gun appears. One pull of the trigger, a single shot. Romeca is struck in the face in broad daylight with children nearby at a school door. It all happened so fast that even the witnesses struggle to piece it back together. Romeca collapses, the world freezes, and Chicago takes another breath it never wanted to take. Paramedics rush Romeca to Stroger Hospital. Her family gets the call no family ever wants. Her mother, Tina McMiller, arrives, desperate for answers, only to be told her daughter didn't survive. Grief spreads through family, friends, and a community that had already bled from years of violence. But then something unexpected happens. Police detain the woman at the scene, question her, collect what little they can in the chaos of a school day morning. But hours later, they release her. No charges, not enough evidence, not yet. Romeca's family watches the woman they believe killed their daughter walk free.
The mother of a woman shot and killed in the South Loop is speaking out for the first time about her daughter's death.
WGN's Jewel Hillary spoke with her, and she is in the South Loop now with more.
According to CPD, the person taken into custody for allegedly fatally shooting 31-year-old Romeca Meeks Blackmon is released without charges. In the midst of her unbearable pain, Romeca's mom says she's eagerly seeking justice.
I want justice. She didn't deserve it under no circumstances.
Gripped with grief, Tina McMiller's loved ones embraced her tightly as they gathered across the street from the intersection of Cermak Road near State Street, where her 31-year-old daughter, Romeca Meeks Blackmon, was fatally shot Monday morning after dropping her son off at school.
We want justice.
Described as kind, sweet, loving, very supportive, and an amazing mom, Romeca was working and studying to become a nurse. Right before her death, police say a fight broke out. The suspect, who sources say Romeca knew, allegedly pulled out a gun and shot Romeca in the face, killing her, according to CPD.
My baby was dropping her baby off to school. And what hurt the most is I didn't get my morning phone call.
Police say since Monday's arrest, the offender has been released without charges. They wouldn't share further details other than saying they can't comment on specifics of ongoing investigations.
The family is unaware of what the police are doing, so we can't answer those questions. What we would like is that justice come in the form of accountability.
As the family seeks justice, community organizers are putting pressure on lawmakers to ensure laws meant to help curb violence are effective. They're also challenging them to do more.
The state of Illinois, we're calling on them to open an office of civility. Civility has steps to be able to deal with the issue of violence.
Through her heartache, Tina is seeking strength to raise her 6-year-old grandson.
That's a hard pair of shoes to fill with the connection that was between him and his mama.
A balloon release ceremony in honor of Romeca is scheduled for tonight at 7 at 68th and Normal.
And they're told to wait. Wait for the investigation. Wait for witnesses to come forward. Wait for answers the system doesn't seem ready to provide. At a vigil held days later, Romeca's mother pleads for strength, not just for herself, not just for her family, but for the little boy Romeca left behind. A child who, according to his grandmother, shut down completely after losing his mother. Balloons fill the sky, pink, white, and silver. A soft tribute to a life taken brutally. But the city isn't done with this story. Not even close.
We are here to support an amazing baby.
Anybody want a marker?
Hurt, sadness, and broken hearts are expressed on this board for 31-year-old Romeca Meeks Blackmon.
I am broken. I am so broken.
Surrounded by family and overwhelmed by grief, Tina McMiller says she's heartbroken after losing her daughter to gun violence. Friday night, many gathered in Inglewood to remember a woman who was loved by many.
The love she showed everybody, y'all showed it all back.
On Monday, Meeks Blackmon had just dropped off her son at school near Cermak Road and State Street when police say the victim was involved in a physical altercation with another person. The offender then took out a gun and fired it, hitting Meeks Blackmon in the face. She was rushed to Stroger Hospital, where she died.
I ask that you give us strength. Give us strength, Father, for every one of us, because we're gonna need it in this moment.
Hundreds of pink, white, and silver balloons sit outside of Inglewood STEM High School. Her mother said she was a kind, loving, and sweet mother. Now she's left with raising her grandson.
I need y'all to pray for my baby. Yeah, we will. We got him. He has shut down. He don't want to be around nobody.
Chicago police say the person taken into custody after the fatal shooting has been released without charges. Her family is eagerly seeking justice. Romeca, also known as Big Meeks, was soon released among thousands of other balloons.
For months, the case sits like a shadow over the South Loop. Rumors spread online, screenshots, posts, claims about who was involved and who wasn't. And then, without warning, the silence breaks. December 3rd, 2025. 3 months after the shooting.
Breaking news, it doesn't stop there. We just got this update on a fatal shooting that happened back in September in the South Loop. Quadajah Holly Johnson is now charged with first-degree murder in the death of Romeca Blackmon. Johnson and Blackmon share children with the same man, and we do know that man was also at the scene when the shooting happened. Johnson was initially taken into custody, but then released shortly after the shooting. Johnson is set to appear in court tomorrow at 11 in the morning, and we will definitely bring you any updates as we get them on this story. A very busy day here in our newsroom.
Hey, good morning. Well, Quadajah Johnson is accused of shooting and killing 31-year-old Romeca Meeks Blackmon on September 8th in the South Loop. Johnson was arrested shortly after the shooting, but released without charges. Back in September, WGN talked to Blackmon's mother, who cried out in pain.
I want justice. She didn't deserve it under no circumstances.
And Johnson was arrested again Tuesday afternoon in Des Plaines. The shooting happened near the intersection of State Street and Cermak Road. Blackmon had just dropped off her 6-year-old son at school. Police say there was a fight between Johnson and Blackmon. Suddenly, Johnson pulled out a gun and shot Blackmon in the face. Blackmon's family describes her as sweet, loving, supportive, and a great mother. She was working and studying to become a nurse before her death. Sources say Blackmon knew her accused killer. It's still unclear what led to the fight. A detention hearing is scheduled for later this morning.
Police announced that Quadajah Holly Johnson has been charged with first-degree murder. She's arrested in Des Plaines and taken into custody. To many, it feels like justice is finally in motion. To others, it raises new questions. Why did it take this long? What changed? Who came forward? And are there still pieces of the story missing? Because the whispers about the man allegedly involved, the one tied to both women, hasn't gone away. In fact, the pressure for him to face charges only grows, but officially, he remains untouched, at least for now. Even with Johnson behind bars, the case is far from simple. There were no clear videos released, no public explanation for the delay, no definitive statement on whether the alleged third person will be charged, and the most haunting question of all, what really happened in those final seconds? Was Romeca overpowered, ambushed, defending herself? Did the alleged headlock actually occur? Or is the truth more complicated and more disturbing than anyone knows yet? Only a handful of people know the real answers, and not all of them are talking. As the case moves through the courts, one thing remains certain. A child lost his mother. A family lost their light. A city lost one more innocent life to a moment that should have never escalated this far. In the months ahead, Chicago will watch closely. Details will emerge, testimony will be revealed, and secrets may finally come to the surface. But for now, one truth echoes through the South Side, the West Side, the entire city. Justice may be coming. but the story of what happened that morning is still far from over. Alright y'all, there y'all have it. That's the crazy story of Romeca Meeks. May she rest in peace, you know what I'm saying? My condolences to her family, you know, the whole community, everything. Hey man, get in that comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Drillers and trappers, we outside trapping and drilling 247. Don't go nowhere. Watch that next video.